Life has a way of placing us on autopilot, where days slip into weeks and weeks into years, without us ever truly steering the direction of our destiny. Tony Robbins, in Awaken the Giant Within, shakes us awake to the truth that we hold the power to design our future deliberately. He reminds us that our decisions, not our conditions, shape the quality of our lives. This message invites us to stop drifting and start creating with intention and clarity. Robbins insists that every human being has an inner giant of potential waiting to be unleashed. The problem is not lack of ability, but the chains of limiting beliefs and patterns that keep us trapped. His book is a call to break free from excuses and discover that small, consistent changes produce massive results over time. This is where transformation begins, by daring to believe that more is possible for us. If this message resonates, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, and share. He begins by teaching the sheer power of decision. Most people think life changes slowly, but Robbins argues that destiny shifts in the very instant we commit to a new standard. One choice, fully owned, can redirect the course of years to come. Every great transformation begins with a decision to raise personal expectations and never again settle for less than you deserve. A single decision can awaken power we never realized we had. Our emotions, according to Robbins, are the ultimate force shaping our behavior. While logic explains, emotion drives. If we feel powerless, we act small. If we feel empowered, we act bold. Learning to master emotional states is not about ignoring feelings, but about guiding them. He shows how shifting focus, language, and physiology can instantly transform how we feel and what we do. Master your emotions, and you master your destiny. Beliefs act as the blueprint of our lives, and Robbins highlights how dangerous disempowering beliefs can be. Many people never reach their dreams because they accept stories of limitation as truth. Yet beliefs are nothing more than repeated thoughts we decide to trust. By questioning old patterns and replacing them with empowering alternatives, we reshape the foundation of our identity. Change the belief, and the behavior follows naturally. The principle of standards plays a central role in this book. Robbins notes that we always get in life not what we desire, but what we must demand of ourselves. Our standards define the floor of our behavior. If your standard is excellence, mediocrity will never satisfy you. If your standard is health, you will reject choices that harm you. Elevating standards forces the giant within to awaken and guide every action. He also emphasizes the role of habits in shaping destiny. Every day, small routines either build or destroy the future we want. Robbins explains that success is rarely about sudden breakthroughs, but about the accumulation of daily disciplines. Repetition builds identity, and identity dictates results. The moment we take control of our habits, we take control of our life's trajectory. Habits are the invisible architecture of greatness. Robbins brings attention to the power of questions. The quality of our questions determines the quality of our answers, and thus the quality of our lives. Instead of asking, "Why me?" he suggests asking, "How can I use this?" Or, "What's good about this situation?" Questions redirect focus, and focus creates reality. By consciously choosing empowering questions, we open new possibilities where others see dead ends. Questions awaken solutions hidden in plain sight. Another core teaching is the leverage of pain and pleasure. Robbins shows that every decision we make is an attempt to avoid pain or gain pleasure. Understanding this principle allows us to rewire our behavior by associating massive pain with destructive habits and immense pleasure with constructive ones. This shift creates lasting change because the mind always seeks to maximize reward and minimize suffering. Harness pain and pleasure, and you command behavior. He also teaches about the importance of clear goals. Vague wishes create vague results, but specific goals channel energy and attention with precision. Robbins insists that writing down what we want, why we want it, and how we plan to get it turns dreams into actionable blueprints. Goals provide direction and meaning, transforming daily actions into steps toward a greater vision. Without clear goals, even the strongest effort can be wasted. The giant within us thrives when we align our actions with our values. Robbins notes that many people feel conflicted because their daily behavior does not reflect what they truly value. By clarifying values and living accordingly, life gains coherence and power. Every decision becomes easier when filtered through core values. A life aligned with values awakens passion and consistency because it flows from authentic identity. Robbins warns of the danger of letting the environment dictate our destiny. Society, media, and even friends can impose beliefs and standards that do not serve us. To awaken the giant, we must consciously choose our influences. Surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us to grow accelerates transformation. The wrong influences anchor us to mediocrity, while the right ones propel us toward greatness. Environment is silent but powerful. Finally, Robbins highlights that true change is never about external circumstances, but internal mastery. We cannot always control what happens around us, but we can always control what it means to us and how we respond. Mastery begins with self-leadership, with choosing to take ownership of every decision and emotion. When we lead ourselves, we no longer wait for conditions to change. We create change from within. Robbins teaches that the words we use shape the emotions we feel. Language is not neutral, either empowers or weakens us. Saying, "I am devastated," creates a deeper wound than saying, "I challenged." By choosing more empowering words to describe our experiences, we change our internal state instantly. Our vocabulary of emotions becomes a tool to sculpt strength instead of suffering. He reminds us that progress is fueled by consistent action, not by occasional inspiration. Knowledge without action is wasted potential, while even imperfect action creates momentum. Each step builds confidence, and confidence fuels the next step. Success is the result of compounding effort, stacked day after day. The giant within responds not to intentions, but to execution carried out relentlessly. Another concept is the need for massive action when pursuing change. Robbins emphasizes that dabbling or testing half-heartedly will never awaken transformation. True breakthroughs require decisive, consistent, and extraordinary action that leaves no room for retreat. When you fully commit, your mind and body align to find solutions. Half measures create half results, while massive action creates new standards. He stresses the importance of modeling excellence. Why reinvent the wheel when success leaves clues? Robbins suggests studying those who already achieved what you desire, learning their patterns, and adapting them. By modeling excellence, we shorten the path to success and avoid needless mistakes. Greatness is not random, it is patterned, and those patterns can be learned and applied. The book also discusses the art of gratitude. Robbins explains that no matter how much success you achieve, life feels empty without appreciation. Gratitude shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, from what's missing to what's present. It instantly changes state and softens even the hardest struggles. Cultivating gratitude daily awakens joy and reminds us that fulfillment comes from perspective, not possessions. He also highlights the need to contribute beyond ourselves. True fulfillment comes not from accumulation, but from giving. When we use our gifts to uplift others, life gains deeper meaning. Contribution connects us to something larger than personal success. The giant within is not just about personal growth, but about service and impact. Growth without contribution leaves the soul unfulfilled, but contribution multiplies happiness. Robbins speaks about the power of rituals in directing destiny. The small repeated actions in the morning, in work, and in rest determine the energy of our lives. Successful people do not rely on motivation, but on structured rituals that ensure consistent progress. Whether it is exercise, reflection, or focused planning, rituals anchor discipline. By changing daily rituals, we slowly but surely reshape our entire life. He makes clear that financial mastery is also part of awakening. Money is not everything, but it influences everything we do. By creating financial freedom, we gain the power to live life on our terms. Robbins teaches that controlling money is not about greed, but about security, opportunity, and contribution. Managing finances wisely prevents stress and expands choices, awakening confidence and long-term stability. The role of identity is another crucial insight. Robbins argues that we always act in alignment with who we believe we are. If we see ourselves as weak, our actions will mirror weakness. If we see ourselves as powerful, our behavior rises to that identity. Changing results requires shifting identity at the core. When identity evolves, behavior naturally follows without force. He emphasizes that breakthroughs require persistence through setbacks. Life will test commitment with obstacles, delays, and failures. Robbins insists that these are not signs to quit, but signs to grow stronger. Each obstacle contains a lesson and an opportunity to prove resilience. Those who persist eventually awaken the giant fully, because persistence transforms struggle into mastery. Failure is never final unless we surrender. Another key point is living with passion. Passion energizes effort, sustains discipline, and inspires others. Without passion, even success feels hollow. Robbins encourages us to find what ignites our spirit and to pursue it with intensity. Passion awakens creativity and resilience because the heart drives us when logic falters. To awaken the giant, we must awaken passion, for it is the fuel of greatness. The final chapters of the book bring all these lessons together in a simple truth. Destiny is designed, not discovered. We are not passive recipients of fate, but active creators of our lives. Through decisions, beliefs, emotions, standards, and action, we sculpt the life we desire. The giant within is awakened by ownership, courage, and relentless pursuit of growth. The future is always written by today's choices. As we conclude this summary, remember that Robbins' message is both a challenge and an invitation. Challenge yourself to raise your standards, master your emotions, and commit to massive action. Invite yourself to live with gratitude, passion, and contribution. If this inspired you, like the video, subscribe, activate the bell, and share it with others. Awaken the giant within and live the life you were meant to create.